Hey, what's going on, you guys? Mr. Money1235 here yet again. So, where the hell have I been? Man, I'm sorry, you guys. Work got a little insane. We had a huge snowstorm here a few days ago, and I was actually locked in my job for 3 days. My car got stuck at the bottom of this hill. I couldn't move. I had to sleep in the radio station for 2 days. There's no showers in there or anything. I was full on trooper mode, non-stop working for like 3 days. And like at the times where my shift wasn't even started yet, I had to like sit around and just browse the internet and listen to music the whole time. So I listened to a whole lot of records because I had to sleep on the ground. I took my comforter and a quilt with me, and I had to sleep on the ground in one of the production studios. And so I would just lay there. The first night I slept pretty good. The second night I didn't get any sleep at all. I just laid up listening to music on my iPod and on the internet or whatever. Man, that was so hard. It was absolutely terrible having to do that. But I was stuck in the snow, and in radio, this is a job where you have to be there because people need to get their information about news and weather and things like that. And it's a job where you just have to be there. So, I mean, you know, everybody else, you know, optional work days and stuff like that. No, I was literally stuck there. So I spent the entire rest of this weekend just fucking relaxing because ever since Wednesday night I was stuck there until Friday night. So that was just insane. I'm also moving again. My lease on this apartment ends at the end of March. So I've already got a place signed for, I just have to pay my first month's rent on March 1st. So basically I'm going to be owning 2 apartments for about a month right there because I have to be out of this one March 31st. So I'm actually going back to the same apartment complex I came from because honestly I can't find any better deals around here that also include something in the rent. Like I went to like so many other places that were so much better than the place I'm going back to, but they didn't include anything in the rent, and I think that's so lame. This place I'm going to has cable included. I mean, you get your TV for free, and then all I have to pay for is internet, and that's awesome. It's also one of the more cheaper places, too, that I found. So, I've loved living here. I wish I could just pick up this apartment that I'm living in now and just drag it to the other place, because I really like this apartment. I think it's great, but going to be a total change of scenery once again. I know I haven't filmed a ton of videos ever since I've lived here for about a year now, but yeah, going back to the same apartment complex I came from. I don't know how that's going to work out with my old roommate still living there, but I just think that, you know, enough time has passed. We can become civil. I'm over it. I don't know how he feels about it. I mean, like, I don't want to be friends again or anything. I just want to be civil. I just don't want us to, like, fuck with each other, you know? I just want it to be, you know, we'll just live in our own little worlds, and that'll be it, you know? So, whatever happens with that, happens with that. It'll be fine. I don't really care. So I'm having to deal with that type of stuff. Valentine's Day was this past Friday. Yeah, I finally got to escape the radio station that night. Went back home, finally took a shower because I felt so nasty not showering for 2 days. And took Danielle out to eat, and that was all fun and stuff. That was nice. Engagement's going really well. We're still happy as hell to be together. So that's great. And I've also been buying a whole lot of records. Mind you that this was the 50th anniversary of the Beatles. I need to talk about that. That Grammy Award show was awesome. That tribute show, I love that they played so many songs that are like deep cuts, like Fool on the Hill, for example. They didn't just play main singles. I mean, Ringo actually sang Matchbox, which is a total change, even though it's a cover. But I thought that was amazing. The 50th anniversary of the Beatles, this was a great time for that. Sorry about that. It was a great year for that. And so I ended up collecting, God, this is such a waste of money. I collected every single US Beatles album. I know they came out with that brand new box set, but you could get the CDs individually. The only one that I don't have is the Beatles Story album, which I honestly just didn't care about because it's an interview CD and I don't want to listen to that. But here's Meet the Beatles, their first album for that. Beatles' second album. It's great. The Hard Day's Night film soundtrack. Something New. Beatles 65. Early Beatles. Revolver. The US Revolver is the same as the standard Revolver, but it's just missing Dr. Robert and I'm Only Sleeping. So I'm like, why would I get that? I would prefer the version that has the 2 songs included. I get it because those 2 songs were released on Yesterday and Today in this collection, but still, I don't understand why I would get a version that's minusing 2 songs. Beatles 6, Help, Rubber Soul, Yesterday and Today. With the Butcher cover, actually, it actually came with a sticker that has them sitting in the suitcase. I'm going to try to put that somewhere in my new place once I get it. And then I got the Hey Jude album. So, yeah. Awesome. All of the Beatles US albums right here. Sgt. Pepper's, the White Album, all of those albums were released with the same track listing side by side, so there was no reason for me to recollect all those again. I just got the main ones with the different sets of track listings and stuff like that. I already own all of these songs. I just did it for the collector's sake and the cover art. So whatever, I don't care. I'm a huge Beatles fan. I'm going to collect this shit. I might have showed these to you before, but I also got Mogwai's Hardcore Will Never Die, But You Will. It's a really good post-rock instrumental album. This is one of their older records. I really, really enjoy this. Really high energy. It's a little repetitive, but it's something kind of like a avant-garde, dreamy about it. In a kind of a hard rock type of way. I don't know. It's really good. I really like the cover art. This actually has a tiny poster inside of it, which is, I think it's great. And I also got their newest one, Rave Tapes, which I've already showed you guys. But I don't like this one as much as Hardcore Will Never Die. Hardcore Will Never Die was a lot better than this one, but I still liked a whole lot of songs off of this record. So I got this one too. It's not going to be at my top of the list for album of the year or anything, but really enjoyed this one. I also got Broken Bells After the Disco, obviously, because I'm a Broken Bells fan, and really, really like this record. People say it's forgettable, and I can see why. I've only given it like 1 or 2 listens through, so once again, I probably won't be listening to this album a whole lot as time goes on, but I still wanted to get it because, you know, I have their first album, why not get the second? Also, I think this is actually maybe even better than their first album, so that's really good. And most recently, another band I got into came out in 1969. King Crimson, In the Court of the Crimson King. This is an amazing, amazing progressive rock album. Really, really good. Only 5 songs on it, but this thing manages to be almost, you know, a little short of an hour long. But it's really, really fucking awesome. I love that cover art too. It's really iconic. So those were some of my new releases that I got recently. I've still been collecting even though I haven't been making videos. I need to be doing some album reviews, I know, but the only thing I could think to review right now is either is that new Mogwai album, honestly. But I was kind of all wrapped up in the Beatles hype for this month, honestly, because, you know, everybody was talking about the 50th anniversary of the Beatles, of them playing on the Ed Sullivan Show that other night, and I was just listening to a fuck ton of Beatles. But, you know, I'm just a huge fan, and that's what I'm going to do. I would also like to get my hands on a few Rolling Stones records. I want to get the new Casey Musgraves. I want to get In the Airplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. I got a few other things that I would like to collect, so expect another recent purchases video in the few months to come. And the brand new little Hurricane record, I actually pre-ordered that. I got the version that has a signed CD, a t-shirt, and a little coin that says Little Hurricane on it. It looks like a little tambourine. Cannot fucking wait to get that in the mail. I blow so much money on music. It's just a hobby. It's fun. I love album artwork. I love sliding the CD into my PlayStation or into my car and listening to records off of that. I think it's a whole lot more satisfying than listening to them in the MP3, even though I do that too for the sake of convenience. But I love collecting CDs. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with that. But anyway, as you can tell, I've been a little bit busy for these few weeks here that I've been absent. But I guarantee it that I will. I'm never going to stop making videos. Like I said, even though I may go through periods of where I stop for a while, I'm not. I don't think I'll ever be able to quit doing this because I enjoy it so much. I just find the time and the motivation sometimes is a little bit harder for me. So anyway, I've told you guys what's going on. I hope you stuck through that, if you care enough, obviously. But yeah, I think that's about it. So I will talk to you guys later. Mr. Mooney 1 2 3 5. I'll see you guys later.